My husband wants to leave our C-section baby because they have no spark. Now, I am officially divorcing him. My husband Leo and I have been married for 5 years. I gave birth to our first child in September, a girl. My husband was present for most of my labor, but things went very pear-shaped, and I had to have an emergency C-section. The doctors told him to leave the room and wait outside. In short, he did not see our daughter be born. A week ago, he informed me that he wants to divorce and start over on his dreams of having a family. He insists that he cannot bond with our daughter and says it's because he didn't see her being born. He said a lot about how it's always been a dream of his to have a small, close-knit family, and now he can't have that with me because of the C-section and his not being in the room. His dad suggested therapy, but my husband refused, saying he knew it wouldn't work. I've made sure he knows I'm open to the idea if he changes his mind, but he's been very insistent that he knows this can't be fixed. I asked him to come with me to a therapist so I can get help understanding why he's leaving. He agreed, and our appointment was yesterday. It didn't go badly, but it didn't go well either. He was very upfront with the therapist. He didn't try to mince words or refuse to answer questions. He told the man, they've got to bond the entire pregnancy. That baby is made of their body. I can't compare to that. My work started at birth, and I wasn't there, so I don't feel like I ever got hired, if that makes sense. Yeah, he compared it to not having an employment contract. The therapist was very focused on trying to help me understand, and I appreciate that. No complaints with him. I'm still completely in the dark though, and my husband has started talking about choosing a lawyer. He says he wants a clean break before his daughter gets too attached. Update, we have filed. I have taken daughter and moved back in with my parents, who aren't very happy about the divorce but are thrilled to have the chance to nanny daughter. Life was in stasis for about a week after my last post, until FIL asked us to come over for dinner. He informed me that Leo had asked for his help paying for a lawyer. He had agreed with the requirement that we all sit down and have one last talk about the situation. FIL bluntly demanded that Leo explain his reasoning. Leo repeated the can't bond thing, and FIL asked why. The employment contract analogy was brought up again. After much back and forth, what do you mean by this? Why that? FIL just said, I'm not buying this. What's the real reason, Leo? Leo insisted till the end that what he'd been saying all along was his reasoning. He did not see his daughter be born, so he couldn't bond. He tried, he insisted. The connection isn't there. He was supposed to connect when daughter was born. There was supposed to be a spark of connection between them, but that spark can only happen right at birth, I guess. In his mind, he can't get it now. FIL asked if Leo thought daughter wasn't his. Leo insists he has no doubts he is daughter's biological father. FIL asked if Leo was seeing someone else. Was there a woman or another pregnancy somewhere? Leo did not react well to this. He threw his phone down on the table and said that we were free to search it. He's not a scumbag. After that, the conversation turned to post-divorce life. Leo offered up that he'd been running the numbers and would volunteer $50 a month in alimony and $50 a month in child support. He doesn't have to do either, mind, because we're divorcing and he wants to cut all ties with the kid, but he wants to be fair. $50 in alimony? Whatever, I have a job and a roof over our heads. I don't need it. $50 in child support? That is a lot less whatever, but I'm refusing to stress about it. The court will handle CS amounts. I think that was when the coffin finally nailed itself shut. I started packing when we got home and went to my parents' house the next day. I'm no longer talking to Leo. His lawyer talks to mine. We haven't spoken in almost 3 weeks. I don't think I need to tell you that he hasn't shown any concern for daughter, but here I am anyway. FIL asked after the failed conversation if I would be cutting him off. I assured him that he might not see us as much because of how far away my parents live and not knowing where I'll end up, but he's not getting rid of me or daughter that easily. He was very happy to hear that. So that's where I am. Papers have been filed. My daughter and I have moved out of the house. I'm doing my best to ignore Leo's existence. 7-month update. Daughter turned 1 this month. My ex-husband and I are just waiting on some final paperwork for the divorce to be complete. He has not contested anything. He did look the judge in the face and repeat the whole didn't see birth, can't bond thing. His lawyer did try and defend that claim. Needless to say, the judge was not impressed with my ex's lawyer's arguments. He tried to push my ex for therapy and made comments about how ex would regret this later. Ex stood stubborn with his I need to start over line. He has visitation per the paperwork. Care to guess if he's used it? He does also have to pay child support. If you've read my post history, you might remember that he offered me a gigantic $50 a month. That's all he's been paying despite the judge ordering a lot more, so that's a fight I'm going to have to steel myself for. As best FIL can tell, ex is single and not showing any interest in dating yet. I don't know how I feel really. It would make more sense if he was cheating. I would rate myself okay. My daughter is happy, healthy, and kicking off. She will be fine. I plan to never speak to ex again once this paperwork is done.